Welcome to From Center Ice, the podcast. This is Courtney.
I'm Jacqueline.
Why was that?
You didn't do an intro.
Shit.
I mean, that can't be our intro. I just expected something a little different than you just jumping right into it.
That's going to be the one.
All right.
Welcome to From Center Ice, the podcast. This is Courtney.
I'm Jacqueline.
Now that we've done that a second time.
2 times.
I really did have something prepared, and then I forgot.
Immediately,
because I
just talked about this,
did.
Literally 2 minutes ago.
Yep. Probably less than that.
Probably.
I should never do 2 podcasts back to back.
That's a lot.
Yeah, because for the Rockford Buzz one, I don't do an intro. I just...
you just jump right into it.
just jump right into it.
Just jump right into
like
it.
Philly.
That's the one.
Yeah, so... see, usually Jake and I record Tuesday mornings.
Correct.
And you and I record Monday nights.
We do.
But since... insider knowledge here, we're in the Rockford Buzz studio today. And
for the second time. And not in my living room. I feel like I'm doing a Buzz podcast. I'm just all sorts of thrown off. I don't know what's happening. It's a off Monday.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Off Monday.
It is. At least I'm contributing.
You are. I'm proud of you.
Thanks.
I like it when you do that.
I'm still not over it.
Oh. I actually listened to that episode and I was dying laughing in my car. Like, oh my God, I really said that like that.
You did.
It's not how I meant it at all.
I know, which is even better.
I'm so glad you know my intent because otherwise that was the bitchiest thing I've ever said in my life.
That's what made it so funny. Oh my gosh. Oh. If you'd like to yell at me like Jacqueline does, you can email us at vfcenterice@gmail.com or tweet at us at vfcentericepod or send us an Instagram comment or DM or whatever you do on the Instagrams at From Center Ice Pod. We would appreciate it if you would subscribe to us on iTunes and shoot us a rating, even if you don't listen to your podcasts on there. For some reason, doing all that stuff with Apple and iTunes helps us grow.
Please.
Yep. And another way to help us grow is to tell your friends.
The best way.
Yes, that is the best way.
Tell everyone.
Word of mouth is the best. The words we are speaking out of our face holes.
The best.
Yes.
The best words.
The best. Okay, Donald.
Oh, no.
I have the best words.
I don't like these comparisons.
No. We need to starting the podcast correctly instead of with all this nonsense.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening.
Oh gosh, me either. From Center Ice is a Rockford Buzz production. We are currently in the studio, like I said, and the studio involves a bunch of blankets hung on the ceiling.
I would like one of them wrapped around me at the moment.
I don't know that a moving blanket is very comfortable.
I will take anything. I am freezing.
That's fair. Yeah, Jake's idea of soundproofing the ceiling was putting moving blankets up there instead of nailing a bunch of soundproofing foam panels to the wall, which, I mean, I understand, but it just kind of looks like we're about to murder somebody in here.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Just keep the walls covered. Don't let any of the spatter get there.
Exactly. So I called them his murder blankets, and this is now the murder room.
I'm here for it.
Which is technically the Rockford Buzz studio. And we are looking into the surface of the sun right now with all the lights and everything.
Yes.
Yes. We could have recorded this on camera, but the camera stops recording at a half hour, and we usually talk longer than 30 minutes, and I didn't want to watch the clock like I have to for the other ones.
Yeah.
So,
no, I don't blame you.
Yeah.
We will get a recording set up eventually.
Yes, because we are still working on the studio. The walls got their second round of fix-ups today.
Hey.
So that's exciting. There's going to be 2 more coats applied, and then painting will start in February.
Woo!
And then we can put up soundproofing, and we already have the mics and stuff, so we might plug those in and use those before the whole studio itself is set up.
Right.
But
there won't be any sort of
there's steps to this.
Visuals or anything until we actually have a studio, because nobody needs to see my messy living room.
No, that's just unnecessary.
Yeah. It's actually not messy right now. It's just very dark in there, and I don't want to put more lighting in it. So.
And I don't really feel like sitting in a presentable fashion for that long yet.
No, especially when we don't have, like, a chair. We're just sitting on a couch. Or I'm usually on the floor and you're on the couch. Like.
Yeah, for a while we were both on the floor.
Yeah, and then you left me to go to the couch.
Hey, we actually started both on the couch.
We did. On opposite sides. And then we moved upstairs to my office. Mm-hmm. And then we moved back downstairs to the floor. Mm-hmm. And then you moved to the couch.
Yeah.
We've just been all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But soon we will have a designated recording studio that is soundproofed and with better hardware. Oh, it's going to be so nice. It's going to be great. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, we were talking about the Buzz. So, yeah, follow Rockford Buzz on Instagram and Facebook and download the app in the Google Play Store or Apple App Store. You already know the deal. Unless this is your first time listening, then go listen to the last episode because I explained it all there. So.
I don't want the last episode to be everyone's first impression of me.
It should be, though.
It really should.
It should be.
It's terrible.
You yelled at me for not contributing to our podcast.
No, I said I like when you contribute. And that came off the very wrong way. I like when you contribute.
That's just gonna be, like, if we do an intro with sound clips, it's just gonna be that.
Oh, God.
That's gonna be our intro.
Oh, great.
Yep.
Yes, that's just the way I want it to be portrayed.
The highlight of the season, right there.
Great.
So there's been some news from around the league this week, so I figured we could take a little journey around the NHL before we jump into our teams.
Okay.
So we're going to start with some injury news.
Injury
news. So today is January 13th.
Yeah.
And on January 8th, so a few days ago, Pierre LeBrun was tweeting about the Sharks, and their captain is injured. So he said, sounds like brutal news for Logan Couture and the Sharks. Hearing fractured ankle.
Oh, no.
And week-to-week long-term absence for the captain. Probably at least 6 weeks out, but we will see.
Yikes.
Ouch. And the Sharks are already doing real bad, and I'm pretty sure Ottawa has their first-round pick this year. So that's some real bad news for the Sharks out in San Jose.
Did you hear about the Leafs news today?
I did. I'm getting to that. Yeah, see, the intro was going to be the Leafs are screwed. That's what I was going to say. And
then you didn't.
And then I didn't.
You just introduced yourself.
Yeah, because I contribute to this podcast.
By saying your name.
Yep.
I'm Courtney.
I'm Courtney. Oh, boy. So, yeah, the Sharks, I mean, I feel like they deserve it for how they screwed everybody in the playoffs last year.
Well.
I don't mean Couture deserves to be injured. That's not what I mean. I just mean that they deserve to maybe give Ottawa their first-round pick.
Okay.
And it might be a lottery pick because they're, like, near the bottom of the Western Conference.
Ouch.
Yeah. So, maybe just don't screw everybody in the playoffs. And yes. So, on to Toronto.
Morgan Rielly.
Earlier today, this afternoon, I believe it was.
That's the one.
Leafs PR tweeted, the Maple Leafs announced today that defenseman Morgan Rielly underwent a CT scan this afternoon after sustaining an injury in last night's game against Florida and will be out a minimum of 8 weeks
2 whole months
with a fractured foot.
That's almost the rest of the season.
Yeah. So I didn't think last night's game could get any worse for the Leafs. What did it end up being? Was it like 8-3? 8-4?
Yeah.
Yeah. Against Florida. The Panthers. They wouldn't stop getting scored on.
Yeah, I wasn't actually watching, but I was following along, and wow.
Yeah, I turned it on because it was on NHL Network, so I was like, oh, I can just turn my TV on.
Right.
Instead of having to turn on my Xbox and go to NHL TV and all that. was like, oh, this is easy. I'll watch this game while I put my Christmas decorations away.
There you go.
And then all of a sudden it was like 3-0. I was like, no, I'm not going to do this to myself tonight. It is my last day of the weekend. Mm-hmm. I am not going to spend it miserable watching this dumb team lose.
Right.
So I turned it off, and it just got worse. Mm. And then Steve Dangle posted his LFR, like, before the third period even happened.
Wasn't even...
Yeah, and he talked a lot about sticking boogers in a cake, and he was very descriptive, and so I just felt like I was eating boogers while listening to it.
Yeah.
I was like, Steven, must we? Do we have to do this?
I mean, that kind of sums up that game, but...
It's very true, but...
I didn't need that sensation.
Exactly.
You're a little too descriptive there. You're too good at it.
Too good, Steven. Too good. So yeah, there was that. And then their second part of that tweet was, Rielly will be placed on injured reserve and will be reassessed after 8 weeks by the Maple Leafs medical staff.
Yeah, I think I saw that that's like 20 games, and there's 36 games left.
Oh, boy.
So...
Oh, boy.
Ouchie.
I guess if there is a silver lining...
Okay.
A lot of people have been speculating that Rielly is already injured, and that's why he hasn't been playing as well defensively this year.
Okay. So this will give him time to rehab all of his injuries.
All of his injuries. And if he already wasn't playing at the level that you expect from Morgan Rielly, it's not as much of a loss.
I agree.
It's still a very big loss because it's Morley.
Morley.
It's Morley.
Okay, Donald.
It's Morley. It's Morgan Rielly. Jesus. Yeah, so it's still a big loss, but if he wasn't playing at 100% already, you're just losing the rest of the percentage of Morgan instead of the full 100%, right? Right, Jacqueline?
Yep.
Right?
Sure.
Oh, God.
Let's go with that.
The Hawks already suck. Why must my other team do this to me this year, too? I saw a tweet earlier. I don't remember who tweeted it, but they were just talking about how brutal it's been for the Leafs this year. Mm-hmm. The whole roster has not played together because of injuries.
Oof.
Yeah.
That's rough.
Yeah, it was either Chris Johnston or Myrtle or somebody.
Yeah.
I don't remember who it was, but I was like, ooh.
Mm. Yeah, that's hard.
So Sheldon Keefe is going to be put to the test here. Good
to see what he can throw together with...
Yep.
Oh,
and another Pierre LeBrun tweet came after that, and he said, problem for the Leafs is they won't be able to use the playoff salary cap loophole with Rielly expected back in March. So can't use his cap money, would need to be cap compliant when he returns, which is before the playoffs. So any impactful trade for a defenseman will require more finesse. Because if you recall, in 2015, Patrick Kane broke his collarbone.
Yes.
He was out until game 1 of the playoffs, and there's no salary cap in the playoffs. Right. So we were able to acquire Antoine Vermette, and the rest is history. They go on to win the cup, blah, 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 blah. And everybody was...
Yeah, just the cup.
Just the cup. It was the third one in 6 years. I mean, come on now. But, yeah, I remember a lot of people around the league being mad about that. They were like, he was probably fine before the playoffs, and blah, blah, blah. Shut up. He has a broken collarbone.
Ow.
Like, he shouldn't...
Like, you can't even do anything.
You can't take a shot with a broken collarbone. You need your shoulders.
He can't move your arm.
Exactly. Ow. He was expected back in, like, the second round, I want to say. Mm-hmm. But he came back for game 1, which was, you know, kind of a big middle finger to the NHL. But... yeah, so the Leafs can't just put Rielly on LTIR and go out and acquire somebody with the $5 million or whatever the hell his contract is, which is a steal of a fucking contract.
Oh, yeah.
So, I will offer them a slightly used Erik Gustafsson.
Oh, boy.
For Andreas Janssen, who they just activated from... injured reserve?
I mean, I would absolutely take that trade.
Yeah. Should we revisit the trade I proposed last week? Because I feel like it looks even better for them now than it did last week.
The Corey trade?
Yes.
Courtney.
I don't want this to happen.
Then why do you keep bringing it up?
Because it just makes sense, okay? I don't want it. Nothing within my soul or body wants this to happen. But.
There's always a but.
There's always a but. They are out. Their number one defenseman.
Yeah.
Their backup goalie. They have Cody Ceci on this effing roster.
Why, Cody?
Yes. So, we send them a slightly used Eric Gustafsson.
Mm-hmm.
We'll still throw in a Slater Cuckoo because he's got the NHL experience and probably a better defenseman than Cody Ceci.
Right.
And they send us Janssen and Ceci and whoever else they need to send us to take Corey's $6 million cap hit. And maybe they survive until March without Morgan Rielly.
I don't like it.
I don't like it, but it just makes sense. You have to give Freddie a break because he's wearing down.
Yeah. There's already speculation that he's hurt.
Yeah.
Which...
If he's hurt, all they have is Hutchinson and Kaskisuo.
They're gonna lose out the rest of the season.
And they don't have Morgan Rielly.
Oh my god.
No Morgan Rielly, no Frederik Andersen.
Yeah, you're dead.
You can score as many fucking goals as you want, but you're gonna let in even more.
You're gonna let in all of them.
You're already having the problem of keeping the puck out of the net. If you don't have Rielly or Andersen...
You need defense, and you need goaltending.
So my proposal only makes sense.
Can we
Both guys only have 1 year left on their contract. They don't have to pay them next season.
Right.
Which is when they'll be even more cash strapped.
Yes.
Yeah, it just makes sense. I don't want it.
I know.
I don't want it, but it makes sense.
It just hurts to think about.
Yeah. Yes, it does.
Like, on all accounts.
Mm-hmm.
I don't...
Oh.
What? I don't know about this.
No, we can send Nylander to go play with his brother.
Uh-huh.
And we can get back a better prospect. Because they are getting something from us that they very dearly need. We could get Jeremy Bracco.
Okay.
Oh, I like this.
All right. You're making it better.
Yes, I am. Yes, this is good. This is good. They should do... I don't want it to happen.
Don't say they should.
I don't want it to happen, but it makes sense, and we could get something from Toronto because they are going to be desperate. This team needs to make the playoffs.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
Kyle Dubas
needs
him to make the playoffs. So, one more tweet about Toronto from Chris Johnston. Rasmus Sandeen has been recalled by the Leafs. The first year of his entry-level contract will kick in if he plays 4 more games this season.
Why would they do that?
Because they don't have defense.
Okay, but, like, why would they burn his first year on a team that sucks as it is?
Because they need to make the playoffs. And if they don't make the playoffs... But at this rate,
they're not going to.
They need some sort of hope so the Leafs fans don't riot in the streets.
I don't...
And that is seeing Rasmus Sandeen playing.
I don't see that being a good decision.
But they have the All-Star break coming up.
Right.
They have the bye weeks coming up.
Isn't Freddie supposed to go?
Yeah. That's probably not going to happen.
Hurt. Why would you...
They should just take the 1-game suspension and not let Freddie go. That would be absolutely ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
So, I saw another tweet, which I should have favorited or liked or whatever the hell they call it these days, on Twitter earlier from another Leafs media person saying that with all the breaks coming up, Sandeen might not get in the 4 games because Jake Muzzin may come back before then, so they can send him back down.
That would be optimal. And
not burn the first year of his entry-level deal.
I just feel like that's a terrible idea to burn the first year.
It probably is, yes. Or they can send him to us in this
I'll
trade that I'm cooking up.
Yeah, just keep sending them. Just load it up. Load it up.
We already have a lot of defensive prospects, but if we send Alex Nylander their way and we get Sandeen back, that will almost make up for the Joker trade to Buffalo.
Almost.
Not quite.
Not quite.
But almost.
So the Leafs are screwed.
Yeah.
Moving on. That was kind of almost a perfect segue, and I didn't even mean it to be. Okay. So, pat on the back.
Where are we going?
Now we're to the miscellaneous section of tweets I've compiled.
Oh, miscellaneous, huh?
Yes.
How do we transition to miscellaneous?
You will see.
I'm listening.
This tweet is from Mike Harrington.
Okay.
On January 9th, so 4 days
Thursday.
ago? Yes. How do you know this?
I have to date orders at work.
You're right. Okay. So he says, Henry Jokiharju has been an excellent surprise to the Sabres this season.
You think?
For all the guff that GMJB takes, GM Jake Botterill, or whatever the hell his first name is, that's a pretty good move, writing what I call GM-TM's biggest mistake, taking Alex Nylander at number 8 with the draft in his own building, one spot ahead of Mikhail Sergachev.
You know, we could have told you. We did tell you.
We did. We
told
very
you
angry.
Lots. This is the only episode that we recorded not on our regularly scheduled
that was an emergency podcast.
That was an emergency episode.
Because we were angry.
It's labeled anger, titled Anger.
It is.
The title is Anger.
Anger, period.
Period.
I was putting gas in my car when I got that notification.
I don't recall where I was, but
I'll never forget where I was when Joker was traded. You were.
And I'm sure I wanted to call you, but I was just fuming at my desk. Like, I think I yelled at my coworker, actually.
Oh, as you do. As you do.
Like, Nick, this is your fault.
You know, when your GM makes a dumb trade, you take it out on your coworkers.
You must.
That's just what you do.
What else? What else are you going to do?
So, he's excelling in Buffalo while we have Nylander being scratched like every other game.
Who would have thought?
Us.
We did. We would have thought. We did think.
We did a big old thing.
We thunk it.
And we could really use that defense this year.
You think?
I thunk.
We're still thunking?
We're thunking a lot.
We're thunking.
Got a big old thunk about this. Oh, just imagine a defensive group with
you're about to make me sad.
Yes, I am. With Henry Jokiharju.
Yeah.
Boquist.
Yeah.
And Gilbert all in the lineup.
Oh, I'm so sad.
Yep. I think Joker and Boquist could have been like the perfect pairing.
Yes.
Because Joker's more responsible defensively.
Uh-huh.
And then you could stick Gilbert on the third pairing with Gus, I guess.
No, we're sending him away.
Okay, right. So, on the third pairing...
Don't you dare put him with CeCe.
Because he would have to be.
No!
You don't want CeCe on the first line with Keith.
I don't want CeCe at all.
Neither of them can score. Neither of them can... Ugh. So...
Don't do this to him.
Keith Murphy.
Okay.
Boquist, Joker.
Uh-huh.
Gilbert, CeCe.
Why would you do that?
At least he's on the third pairing. Right?
No.
It's better than how he was on the first pairing in Toronto until Sheldon Keefe left. Or Sheldon Keefe left. Until he was brought up and then paid to be the...
It's okay. It's okay.
I'm just thinking about Joker being traded again, and my brain's all in shambles.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know that I'll ever get over it.
No.
Because it was dumb.
Should have listened to our episode 2 days before. No, the day before. Was it the day before? 2 days before?
Yeah, the trade happened on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
And we recorded on Wednesday.
You're right.
Mm-hmm. But I did say that Gilbert would be the first defensive call-up, and I was right.
Oh, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Even though he's been scratched a couple times too, which I feel is just dumb. Like, yeah, he's had some mistakes lately, but like let him learn on the ice rather than learning in the press box.
I agree.
Because he's still better than whatever you're going to put in his spot. So.
Yep.
Then we move down south a little bit. Only a tad bit from Toronto.
Where are we going?
Pittsburgh.
Okay. The Pengies.
The Pengies. From Dmitry Filipovich. No team has more points, 40. This was on January 10th, so a couple days ago. I don't know if they've accrued more since then. Yes. No team has more points, 40, in the 28 games since Sidney Crosby got injured than the Pittsburgh Penguins do, which seems illegal. And I agree.
Yes.
How do you get the most points in the league during that span without Sidney Crosby? I'm just annoyed.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say about that. I was just annoyed, so I had to throw it in there because I'm annoyed.
I saw another tweet.
Fucking hate the Penguins.
Yeah, I saw another tweet that was like Malkin looking at Sidney Crosby as he comes back. I'm the captain now. And it was a funny.
That's hilarious. And then we go out west.
How far west?
Southwest.
Southwest.
Yes, southwest.
To the Coyotes?
Yeah!
Southwest.
Southwest. Yes.
That's the one.
Yep. From friend of the show, Kat Silverman.
Hey.
Nicholas Hjalmarsson with a point in his first game back.
Oh,
and I was sad.
Yeah, I also saw that. So I was also sad.
Just had to throw that in.
Yeah.
Because I was real sad.
Sad tweets.
Sad tweets. Sad tweets. Sad tweets. And then, let's see.
Where are we going?
We are going... Where are we going? I put this out of order. Okay. So, one of the bigger controversies in the league over the past couple days was the kerfuffle between Zach Kassian and Matthew Tkachuk.
Okay.
I told you to watch the video.
I watched the video.
So...
And I saw what the verdict was.
Aha.
But that is all that I know.
Okay. So, for those of you who have not seen the kerfuffle between these two players from Edmonton and Calgary, Tkachuk is a aggressive player.
Okay.
He likes to hit people.
That's one way to put it.
He likes to be a little punk out on the ice.
Yes. Perfect description.
Yep. Walking the line between dirty hits and clean hits, right? Okay, so he hits Zach Kassian twice.
2 times.
Yes. Zach Kassian, also kind of an aggressive player. Not as good as Matt Tkachuk, but he's got a role. Yeah. He's doing fairly well with Edmonton this season and playing alongside McDavid. You know, I could probably pot 50 goals playing next to McDavid, but it is what it is.
Human cheat code.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, God, did you see the goal he scored where he just, like, walked around everybody?
You mean, like, all of them?
I mean, yeah.
Every time I see a clip of one of his goals, he's just like,
it looks like
excuse
he's
me.
Just fast-forwarding the video, but no, it's just him skating.
He just goes real fast, and
stupid.
Nobody can keep up or stop him.
It's ridiculous. I used to dislike McDavid because of the amount of hype around him, and I don't know why I'm legitimate. Like that. Yeah. I'm just like, oh, this player is so hyped. I don't like them. A weird brain thing. I can't describe
I understand.
It. But just watching him play, I'm
but
just
you
like,
can't
that is
deny
amazing
it.
hockey.
Like, he's incredible.
He's the best player in the world.
Absolutely. There's no competition.
Best player in the world. Shouldn't have been over Patrick Kane on the Players of the Decade list.
Oh, but, agreed.
You know. Whatever.
Anyway, what were we saying?
Anyway, so yeah. Tkachuk hits Kassian twice.
Yes.
One of them, a very borderline hit. The other one, it's walking the line, but, I mean, it's a hockey hit. I don't know. So the first one, from the angles I saw, it seems like there's head contact. So Kassian was kind of bent over trying to score a goal. He was doing what kind of looks like a wraparound type thing. So his head was down, and Tkachuk flies in from his wing and hip checks him in the shoulder / maybe head area. The second one, I don't even remember what it looks like, is behind the net, and he fell into the boards. So after the second one, Kassian gets up, grabs Matthew Tkachuk, and just starts feeding him knuckles. Like, just
wailing on this dude.
And Tkachuk's not having any of that. He doesn't throw any back, and everybody on Twitter is like, man, he turtled, what a little bitch. But Kassian got
2 games.
Yes, he was suspended 2 games.
Oh, I thought that's where you were going.
It wasn't. It wasn't at all. He got a double minor for roughing.
Okay.
And then he got a 10-minute misconduct penalty.
For?
Laying into him.
Okay.
Yeah. So the roughing and then the 10-minute. And during that time, Calgary scored the game-winning goal. while on the power play.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think Tkachuk did the right thing there, not fighting back.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't think any player should have to fight if they don't want to.
Definitely not.
So people who are calling him a little bitch or saying, oh, he turtled, take it like a man, blah, blah. No. No. Like, I do agree with a lot of people on the internet who say that Tkachuk's hits should have been looked at maybe for supplemental discipline like Kassian got. But if he doesn't want to fight, the guy doesn't want to fight. Whatever.
Right.
It's not in the rule book that you have to fight.
No.
Fighting is technically against the rules because you get a 5-minute penalty for doing it.
Yeah.
But it's allowed to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it's a very interesting case, I'd say, when it comes to fighting and when people are not supposed to.
Do not blame Kassian for wailing on him.
Me either.
Question mark.
Ish. When you see he doesn't want to fight and you just keep punching him in the head.
I believe there was a bit of a red mist happening there.
Yes, which is one thing that drives me absolutely insane about sports people. It's like, you know you're going to put your team at a disadvantage here.
Right.
And you just can't clear that red mist. You can't do it, and that's partially how Toronto just hasn't gotten by Boston in any Game 7s because you don't have Nazem Kadri.
Yeah. That's the one. Yeah, but he just got his head, smashed and his helmet went flying off.
Yes.
And,
correct.
I think I would be a little upset.
I would be mad. Tkachuk should have gotten penalties. He should have gotten a game or two like Kassian did.
Yes.
But at the same time, I think Kat pointed this out too. I didn't save this tweet, which I should have. You don't try to fight head injuries from a hit with more head injuries from just repeatedly punching a guy in the head who doesn't want to fight.
Oh, no, I agree.
Yes.
I just can't say from watching the video that I blame him for going a bit nuts on Tkachuk.
I don't blame him. I just don't agree. I see why it happened, and I understand it.
I understand that I may be in the minority here.
I don't think you are.
No?
I don't think you are.
This is one controversy thingy that I did not keep up with. The situation, I was completely blind to.
I was very surprised when you told me that, because that's all I've been seeing on Twitter.
I kind of unintentionally took a break-ish.
Oh, okay.
I just didn't pay attention to my phone much.
That would be why. And I just kept sending you thoughts. It was Saturday.
Okay, yeah, it was this weekend. I didn't really pay all that much attention to Twitter.
I was like, you're not reading my text, but I'm just going to keep texting you.
You FaceTimed me a bunch.
I did. I was like, bitch, you're not answering, so I'm just going to FaceTime you so you have to pick up and hear my immediate thoughts.
That's fine. That's fine. But yeah, I kind of unintentionally took a break from Twitter, so yeah, these are fresh takes.
You didn't see it.
Right. But yeah, so I don't know what the majority... what the group think is here. I don't know what people are saying about it. I just know that
a lot of people think Tkachuk is a little bitch for quote-unquote turtling.
I don't believe he's a little bitch. I do believe he deserved to get punched a couple times. Maybe not quite as much. After he was down, maybe stop punching.
Yeah.
That's where I kind of draw the line.
I can get on board with that.
Okay.
So then after the game,
they
said some shit.
Yes, I have not heard this.
Oh boy. Okay, so we have 2 quotes from Kassian. Both of these were tweeted by Daniel Nugent Bowman.
All right.
And the first tweet says, this is in quotes, "He's a young punk, he's a pussy."
Oh.
Zach Kassian very candid when speaking to pussy. Speaking to reporters in a post-game scrum.
Speak to the pussy.
Oh, Jesus. When speaking to reporters in a post-game scrum... There's a lot of S's in this sentence. About Matthew Tkachuk. He said he loved the battle with Tkachuk and wished the Oilers could play the Flames in a playoff series. And then the second one, from the same guy, and from Kassian as well. I know he's not going to fight, but maybe it's my turn to deliver something. Follow him around a little, and wait till he gets in a bad situation. Zach Kassian speaking about Matthew Tkachuk in his post-game scrum with reporters. Next Oilers-Flames game is Wednesday, January 29th.
What does that mean?
I don't know, but that's very ominous.
That sounds like a threat and a half.
Sounds like a big old threat.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Okay, so I saw some tweets about the pussy word being used in sports.
Oh,
I wasn't sure what it was referring to.
I
didn't know if it was...
that.
Like fans calling a player the pussy word, or
that was Zach Kassian of the Edmonton Oilers.
Okay,
calling Matthew Tkachuk of the Calgary Flames a pussy.
Okay.
Yep. You seem like you have thoughts.
Do I?
I don't know if I do. You seem like you do.
I feel like I do, but I don't know what the thoughts are exactly.
I think there are thoughts, but I'm not
I feel like
sure.
There's a thought somewhere there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not the biggest fan of the word when it comes to like conflating it with chicken.
What?
Like your chicken.
Oh, you're a chick. Okay, I was like, what does that have to do with chicken? I'm really hungry. Okay, and Jake is making chicken right now.
He is.
So that's where
I
my
had to
head
hammer
went.
it before I.
That's where my head went. I was just seeing raw chicken. I was like, I don't. How?
No.
Okay.
No. Okay.
I am okay. I am caught up.
When you're equalizing the word chicken.
Yes.
Or the term.
Saying you are weak by calling you a pussy.
That's the one.
All right. I mean, it's just factually incorrect.
Well, there's that.
Yeah.
I can't say I've never said it.
Uh-huh. I mean, I am very good at calling goalies who cover a puck pussy.
Like literally the only time that I use it.
Me too.
I don't know any other time in my life that I've called a athlete. An athlete a pussy besides a goalie who covers a puck when it doesn't need to be covered.
You're a little puck pussy.
Exactly.
It just flows. It flows well.
Yeah. When athletes refer to each other as pussies, it's just kind of... I don't even want to say cringy, because it's not cringy. It's just like, why?
Yeah.
Like, that's all you could come up with?
I mean...
Like, there's...
We're not talking about the smartest people in the world here.
I mean... You're right, but... I don't know. I just feel like there's better ways... And I'm not even being, like, politically correct here. Like, that's... I don't care about that. It's whatever. It is what it is. But, like... I just feel like there's better ways to go about getting your point across.
Be a little more creative.
Yeah, maybe that's what I'm trying to say.
Oh,
here.
You called me a pussy. Ooh,
right, like
big deal.
Ooh.
I'm so upset.
Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah,
I think that's my whole thought there.
Okay,
it's just like, like I'm not mad at him for saying it. I'm just like,
why? You want to hear what Tkachuk had to say after?
Yeah, I do. Please tell me.
All right, this one was.
Did he call him a pussy?
He didn't.
Okay,
he did not. This one was tweeted by Darren Haynes. Said Matthew Tkachuk on Kassian. If he doesn't want to get hit, then stay off the tracks. I got him 3 times there. You'd think he'd learn after the first one. If he wants to react like that, we'll take the power play, we'll take the game winner, and we'll move on in first place.
Shit. All right.
Calgary and Edmonton going into Saturday night's game were tied in points. Now Calgary is 2 points ahead of Edmonton and in first place in the Pacific Division.
Okay. Thoughts on this one?
Uh-huh.
I did not agree with Matthew Tkachuk's hits. I think they were dirty. But he definitely won here. Like, that quote is just prime.
I saw that, and I just kind of covered my mouth and went, whoop.
Yeah, that's about it. Oh, he went there.
I was like, it's so beautiful. It, like, brought tears to my eyes.
Yeah.
Like, I also just don't like the Oilers, so...
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
I really wish McDavid was on a different team.
Yeah.
I just don't like the Oilers.
Fair.
I don't have a reason.
You don't need one.
Mike Smith is on the Oilers.
That'll do it.
Mike Smith is on the Oilers. So yeah, like you said, Zach Kassian was suspended for 2 games. Mm-hmm. That came out like at 5 o'clock today, like right before we got together pretty much.
Yep.
And so 2 games out of the lineup. His first game back is against Calgary.
Oh boy. Oh boy. There's some divine workings here. That should be interesting.
Yep. And then in random news, The Hollywood Reporter tweeted today that CBS Sports has picked up the U.S. TV rights to 3 Ice, a 3-on-3 professional ice hockey league in North America set to launch in June of 2021. And I've never heard of this.
Me either.
It's a 3-on-3 like mini league during the summer.
Summer league, okay.
Yeah, and I really...
Why is it 3-on-3?
It's just gimmicky. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't quite...
It's a cut-down format. I don't know. I don't understand it. It's set to start in 2021. I didn't know this was a thing. I just saw it come across Twitter today, and I was like, huh?
Yeah. Like, I'm all for more hockey stuff, but this doesn't quite seem like hockey.
Yeah. Exactly. That was the first I had heard of it, and I thought it was
adjacent. Weird. They're on ice with sticks and pucks, but, huh.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, that's the first I'm hearing of that.
Yeah. And then we have the last men in that were voted in for the All-Star game. Mm-hmm. So, I'm going to read you the list of who the fans got to choose from in each division.
All right.
So, the Atlantic, we have Patrice Bergeron from the Boston Bruins.
Okay.
Rasmus Sandeen from the Buffalo Sabres. Mm-hmm. Dylan Larkin from the Detroit Red Wings.
With his thick ass.
Alexander Barkov from the Panthers. Max Domi from Montreal Canadiens. Jean-Gabriel Pageau from the Ottawa Senators. Tampa Bay Lightning's Steven Stamkos, and Mitchell Marner of the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Okay.
And Mitch Marner was the one voted in from that list.
I'm with it.
I have no issues with that.
Yeah.
If you want the skilled guys in the All-Star game, Mitch Marner.
Mitch Marner.
He's the most skilled out of all of them. They're all obviously fantastic hockey players.
For sure.
But if you want fun, you put Mitch in. So from the Metro, we have Teuvo Teravainen of the Carolina Hurricanes, formerly of the Blackhawks.
I miss him.
Nick Foligno of the Columbus Blue Jackets, Nico Hischier of the Devils, Brock Nelson of the Islanders, Mika Zibanejad of the New York Rangers, Claude Giroux of the Flyers, Chris Letang of the Pittsburgh Penguins, or TJ Oshie of the Washington Capitals. Mm-hmm. Did you see who got voted in?
I believe I did.
Yeah. Out of that list, who would you have voted in?
I'm rather partial to TJ Oshie. Honestly.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I would have put Teuvo in.
I very much love him.
Oshie?
I just like Oshie a lot.
Well, you got your wish because he was voted in.
Okay.
That's not what I was expecting, so...
Okay. Sorry.
Central
Division.
Division.
To fuck up your,
you did.
your little bit there.
You did.
Sorry.
So, the Central Division, we have Jonathan Tate of the Chicago Blackhawks, Cale Makar of the Colorado Avalanche, Jamie Benn of the Dallas Stars, Ryan Suter of the Wild, Matt Duchene from Nashville, David Perron from St. Louis, or Patrick Laine from Winnipeg. Mm-hmm. Did you see who got voted in?
I believe this is the one that I saw, yes.
Aha. Who would you have voted in of this list?
Can you read that one more time?
Taves, Makar, Jamie Benn, Ryan Suter, Duchene, Perron, and Laine.
Makar.
Cale?
Yeah.
Me too. I would have had trouble choosing between Cale Makar and Patrick Laine.
That's
just
who I was just arguing with
shot
myself.
And accuracy. Mm-hmm. But I would go with Cale Makar. Mm-hmm. No, the fans chose David Perron.
Why? Why?
I mean, the All-Star Game is in St. Louis, so maybe they had a big faction of fans voting.
I guess.
I don't know.
So that was the one that really threw me off out of all of them. And then from the Pacific, we have Ryan Getzlaf of the Anaheim Ducks, Clayton Keller of the Arizona Coyotes, Johnny Gaudreau of the Calgary Flames, Edmonton Oilers' Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, Drew Doughty from LA, Tomas Hertl of the San Jose Sharks, Quinn Hughes of the Vancouver Canucks, and Max Pacioretty of the Golden Knights. Did you see who got in there?
I did not.
Quinn Hughes of the Vancouver Canucks.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Yeah, me too. And then in AHL news, Stephen Johns is back.
I saw him.
Yeah, he made his debut for Texas on Saturday.
Fucking Texas.
It was supposed to be Friday, but the, was it assistant coach of the Marlies?
Oh, that game was against the Marlies, yeah. I don't know if it was assistant coach. It was one of the staff.
Okay.
But yeah, he had a seizure.
Yeah, assistant coach.
Okay.
I just read that. Yeah.
He had a seizure before
in
the game
room.
in the locker room, like in front of everyone. Yeah. And I guess the team, rightfully so, was traumatized.
Yeah, so they forfeited the game. Texas automatically gets a 1-0 win, which is kind of shitty.
Fuck off, Texas, first of all.
They shouldn't, take the forfeit. They should be like, we'll reschedule.
Right. And
it's a medical emergency.
Weren't able to, which I get, but I just feel like a forfeit isn't a great way to solve that.
No, it's really not.
I'm not blaming anybody. It sucks.
But I believe he is doing better, so that is good.
Yeah.
But Stephen Johns is back. He made his debut on Saturday against the Marlies. Texas won 5-3. And Johns had a goal and 3 assists.
Whoa!
In his first game back in 22 months.
Damn.
Yes, he was the first star of the game, and he was out for that long with post-traumatic headaches.
Oof.
Yeah. So that's wild. We talked about him 2 weeks ago when we did the decade recap, and I miss him dearly, so I hope he gets back to the NHL soon.
On a different team.
Yes.
Sorry, I have a lot of hate harbored for Texas in my heart.
And now we have to take a break to eat dinner.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, goodness. Now that we ate and my stomach isn't just, growling over here, we can talk about our teams now.
Oh, great.
I know. Aren't you so excited?
It's great.
Isn't it amazing?
It's just great.
So, did you watch any of the games this weekend?
No.
Me either.
I don't really have a way to do that.
You watch the IceHogs games sometimes, because you get those.
Every so often, but there was...
They just decide when to show up.
Yeah. But my dad was watching the NFL playoffs all weekend, so...
I mean, that was probably more entertaining than what we got.
Well, it was Milwaukee, so...
Yeah, so since we recorded last, both the Hawks and the IceHogs have had 3 games each.
Okay.
Which is very not common that they both have the same number of games in 1 week.
Right.
But we'll start with the Hawks.
Okay.
So they played Tuesday and Thursday with Corey in net because Lehner was still injured.
Right, with his knee thing.
Yes. And on Tuesday they played Calgary and lost 2-1. Womp womp.
Womp womp.
Then they played Nashville on Thursday and lost 5-2 with Pecorine scoring a goal. It was already bad enough that we were losing to Nashville. I think 2 of them were empty netters, correct?
Yes.
So it was only 3-2 technically.
Yes.
I only count goals against goalies.
Fair.
Yeah, so 3-2 with 2 empty netters tacked on. Blah, blah, blah. But yeah, it was already bad enough we were losing to Nashville, and then Pecorine had to go and score a goal.
Got his first goal.
And he was so happy.
Yeah.
And I wanted to stab my eyeballs with needles. Little tiny ones all over the eyeball.
Stop it with the descriptions, man. First I'm eating boogers, now I'm getting my eyeballs stabbed.
Just imagine piercing your eyeball.
Can you not?
Just sticking a needle right into the pupil.
I would really rather not.
And then it just starts leaking out. That's how I felt when Pecorine scored a goal.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's enough.
I would have preferred that. Or sticking a nail under my toe and kicking the wall.
No.
No?
What we're not going to do is that.
No?
No.
No?
No.
No?
No.
What about hitting yourself in the knee with a hammer.
My knees already hurt all the time.
Exactly.
We don't need this.
Yeah.
What happened after?
I cried.
And then...
Oh, I don't know. They won on Saturday against Anaheim, 4-2. Lehner was
good.
back in net. Yeah.
Does that mean Corey sucks? I think your whole body just stopped everything. Oh my god. You stopped breathing, you stopped blinking, you stopped moving entirely. That was kind of terrifying. I think your heart may have stopped.
It might have. I think I just died there for a couple of seconds. Wow.
I was kidding. I was being an internet person.
Whew. Now that I'm back in the world of the living. No. He doesn't. They technically lost by 1 goal each time. The 2 empty netters don't count, especially Pecorino's.
Oh, I'm with you. I was just...
The Hawks just suck. The goalies are the only people playing.
You're not wrong.
Speaking of our goalie... Well, okay, so I have a tweet from Ben Pope from Saturday's game.
Okay.
That you actually either liked or retweeted, and that's why I saw it pop up.
Okay.
But he said, I haven't seen the Hawks this trigger happy all season. They're shooting everything in sight. And funny, it's working. Whoa.
Wow. Concept.
Whoa. Shooting the puck gets you goals? 4 of them even. 4 of them.
Who would have thought? Funny how that works.
I was really hoping Kubalik would have gotten the Hattie.
Me too. He was so close.
He was so close.
So close.
But alas, he did not.
No.
So in the past week, the Hawks are 1-2.
Mm-hmm.
They still suck. Good to know.
Good to know.
But they are beating the teams that they need to beat. So they beat Anaheim, who also sucks. Yeah. But when it comes to our goalies, I think it was last week we talked about how neither of our NHL goalies are signed beyond this season.
Yes, we did.
Yeah. So both Stan Bowman and Robin Lehner have been asked about this contract situation.
Yeah.
Oh, you know where I'm going here. Okay.
I don't know maybe the whole thing, but I saw something that Sir Robin said.
Sure. Okay. So the first one was they talked to Bowman, and he said, this was from, I'm not going to say the whole tweet, but it was from Ben Pope again. But Bowman said it would be disrespectful to the process to comment this early on when it comes to contract extensions for the 3 major free agents, Lehner, Strome, and Gustafsson.
Okay.
Gus can just leave, I don't care.
Yeah.
But it would be nice to get Lehner and Strome back.
Mm-hmm.
And then they talked to Robin about it and asked if he would take a discount because the Hawks took a chance on him.
Took a chance after the season that he had.
A Vezina finalist. I don't believe signing a Vezina finalist
is taking a
chance on a player.
No.
So what they were getting at there is taking a chance on him because he's bipolar and had addiction problems.
Oh, fuck
In
off.
the past. Because where else could you be going with that?
Yeah. Wow. Shitty.
Yeah.
He's an elite goaltender.
Yeah. I watched the video of the presser there, and he was like, Who took a chance on me? I was like,
I love him.
He was like, I decided to come to Chicago. They didn't. Like,
damn.
Yeah. And he said he'd be open to re-signing, that he likes it in Chicago, but it is a business, and he'll let Stan and the agents sort it out, but the market is good. I don't know.
He said he is not going to take a discount because he's taken discounts all his life.
Yes. He said, I've taken discounts my whole life, so he's not going to take a discount. And
you can't be mad at him for that.
No. So I didn't see, when I first saw this coming out, all I saw was that Lehner was asked if he would take a discount to stay with the Hawks.
Right.
And I was like, Why would he? Why would you even ask that question? It's not like he's been a Blackhawk his whole career.
Right, no.
And all of a sudden he's a free agent.
He has no connection to the city besides the fact that he signed this year.
Exactly. I could see them asking Corey that question. He's
For sure.
been in the organization since he was drafted. They drafted him in 2003.
Right.
But,
2003. Jesus, that was 17 years ago.
Yeah.
17? 2003
He's
was 17 years
He's getting up there.
Jesus Christ.
He just had his 35th birthday. So asking a guy who has been here less than a full season.
Yeah.
Less than a year. If he'll take a discount.
Is stupid.
To re-sign with the horrible Blackhawks.
We're not good.
Why would you ask that question?
That's
Why?
A stupid question.
Put aside all of the stuff Robin's been through in his life.
Has nothing to do with this.
Just as a goaltender, as a hockey player.
Okay.
Not even a goaltender.
Just a hockey player.
Who's never played on a team before, his first year. He says he likes it here, and Robin's not one to mince his words. Like, he says what he thinks. So
for sure.
He does like it here. Why would a first-year player take a discount to play on a team that's in the bottom of the standings? Why? Why would you?
You wouldn't.
You wouldn't.
You wouldn't.
If you want to stay with the team, he said he likes the group and he'd like to be a part of them coming back and doing something good.
Of course.
I mean, he had a good answer. It really does suck to hear him be non-committal. Because you want to hear him say, like, yeah, I'd love to come back, we're working on a contract. But
of course,
that's not the situation.
No.
And Robin deserves to get the best opportunity. He's a great goaltender.
He deserves to be in contention.
Yeah.
He deserves money.
Yeah.
Like, he deserves the world.
He deserves to be paid what he's worth.
Exactly.
He said he just wants a fair contract. He doesn't want to be overpaid, and he's not taking a discount. I don't know why
there's nothing wrong with that.
Was turned into such a big deal.
No.
Why? First
of all, you can't villainize him for that.
No.
Is that what people are doing?
Nobody, no fans are.
Okay. That makes me feel better.
Yeah. At least not that I've seen. I'm sure
I'm sure there's internet people out there.
I am sure they are out there.
But
just the fact that so many people tweeted about it, like media people, and the fact that he was even asked that in the first place. And then it got worse because you see the actual quote, and would you take a discount to stay with the Blackhawks because they took a chance on you?
I didn't see that.
Yeah.
That makes me upset.
Yeah.
That somebody said that to me. Stupid enough.
He was like, oh, maybe that was a bad question.
You think?
You think?
Do you think? They're not doing a thunk there.
They did not do a thunk. There was no thunking done.
No thunking.
And I don't know who asked the question. I would rather not know who asked the question.
I don't want to know.
But it was dumb. It was insensitive. It was like a slap in the face.
Right, read the room.
Yeah. A total slap in the face to the MVP of the Blackhawks so far this season.
That's kept us in the running.
It's like him and Patrick Kane.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
And you ask if he'll take a discount because they took a chance on you?
Nobody took a chance.
He took a chance on Chicago.
Right. We got an amazing opportunity to have a goalie tandem.
We've missed the playoffs the past 2 seasons, and this Vezina finalist goaltender
signed with us,
decides to sign a contract, knowing full well we already have Corey Crawford.
Right.
You go into a season knowing Corey's healthy, knowing he's been the starter since the 2010-2011 season.
Not knowing what your spot is going to be.
He took a chance on the Hawks, not the other way around.
Absolutely. He didn't... It wasn't set up from the moment he signed that it would be a goalie tandem.
No.
He could have been the backup.
He sure could have been. And no, now he's the starter.
Yeah.
So...
Why would he take a... Oh, God.
I don't know.
All right.
I don't know. Yep. And I didn't save the tweet because it made me too angry, and this person just doesn't even deserve to be called out.
Yeah, no, I don't want to know.
But there was a discussion going on in one of the tweet threads about the Hawks taking a chance on him, and so, I can't quote it word for word because I just got angry and scrolled past it, whatever. but he was like, I'm assuming it was a he, was like, yeah, it makes sense. This is what it's going to be like because of your struggles with mental health and addiction. Like, wait, you're going to sign 1-year contracts because, yeah.
I wish we were video recording right now because my face.
Yeah.
What are you saying?
Yeah.
What? What?
Yep.
What do you mean?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think we were going to be yelling this podcast.
Oh, there's yelling. there's yelling.
There's some yelling to be had.
There's some yelling to be had.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I don't even want to justify that with yells.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, gosh. This was from a Sun-Times article.
Okay.
I guess. I don't know who wrote it. It's just a screenshot of part of the article.
Okay.
So, whoever wrote it, here's your credit. I don't know who you are. Lehner has been adamant about his natural fit in Chicago from the early weeks of the season, but has been equally insistent that he's ready for a team to make a long-term commitment to him, trusting his consistently elite statistics and pardoning him for his prior substance abuse and mental health struggles.
It's not relevant!
Yep. He is ready for a team to make a long-term commitment to him.
Wait, so Robin said this?
No.
Oh.
No, this is the reporter.
Oh.
This is the reporter writing this.
Oh,
this is not a quote.
God.
Yes.
What?
He's ready for a team to make a long-term commitment to him, trusting his consistently elite statistics and pardoning him for his prior substance abuse and mental health struggles.
My brain hurts.
And that's when the person replied to it. Okay, I have to read it because now I'm here.
Oh, you found it?
I'm here. I'm not gonna say the name or whatever.
Don't call them out.
The tweet says, "This is his own doing." His own is in all caps. He's one player on a team that is counting on him alone to maintain his sobriety and mental health for their combined success. Management can help him, but they cannot stop him from bad choices. Protecting themselves from his issues is 100% correct.
Okay, this applies to literally everyone.
Yeah.
Anyone.
First of all, even if something happened, contracts are insured.
Yeah.
So,
I'm angry.
There is a lot of substance abuse in the NHL. Jim Montgomery was just fired for it in Dallas. There are a lot of people who, and they shouldn't feel like they have to, don't speak about it.
Right.
Because it's taboo and because they will inevitably hear things like this for the rest of their career.
Exactly. It's going to be held against you.
And Robin is just brave enough to be open about it.
Right.
And so, unfortunately, it falls on him.
And there's idiots like this that think it actually makes him a liability.
Yep. So, somebody responded to that tweet and said, "I can't believe there are people like you that think this way." And then Robin replied.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
And said, "Unfortunately, this is how most people think, and I deal with this every day. This is what we are trying to change. The media has done it 2 times in the last week, probably a lot more that I haven't seen." And then asshole responds again.
To Robin?
To Robin.
Oh, boy.
"Openly shouting, quote-unquote, unfair and biased is not right. It's narcissistic. All I said is to put yourself in other people's shoes. First of all." Anyways, NHL contracts are guaranteed. You can't guarantee your choices and mental health. You know, I don't know why he likes this cap so much. You know that from rehab. So, structure your deal as such, and you'll get what you want.
Courtney.
Robin replied again. "It's not any of those things. It's just reality, and that's why there are people killing themselves in record numbers, because society chooses to judge people with mental issues different.
Bada boom.
I don't feel bad for myself. I embrace being bipolar. It's who I am. I'm proud of who I am." Asshole replied again.
Why does he keep going?
You should be. However, their thought is this going to blow up in our face? For you to be dismissive of how important that is as just ignorance, for that is as, what? That's not even a correct sentence. Okay. Is also, wait. For you to be dismissive of how important that is as just ignorance is also just as ignorant on your part. That was word for word, that sentence. That's not a sentence. Yeah, that's word smashing. You can't 100% guarantee a relapse isn't possible, and you know it.
You cannot absolutely 100% guarantee that anyone is going to be mentally okay for an entire season or contract.
Robin replied again. You're right. We as humans can't guarantee much. Athletes has the same... Okay. Well, he's Swedish. So. Athletes, I will correct his grammar, have the same mental health issues as everyone else. Many people hide their issues and don't get help. I was open, so hopefully others can get help.
Yeah.
Teams sign people with multiple surgeries all the time. Many times, it backfires.
Robin out here spitting straight facts.
Yeah. Asshole replied again.
Oh my god.
I really haven't read this far. I only read like the first two, so this is all new to me as well. No one, me included, will deny your courage. Mental health issues, though, be they acquired or genetic.
Acquired mental issues, huh?
I mean, PTSD is kind of...
You just pick it up.
No, but you're not born... I'm not siding with this guy, okay?
I know.
Oh, God. Okay. Be they blank or genetic, aren't likely a result of an on-the-job injury.
Huh?
Conflating the two without acknowledgement of how the injury happened isn't logical.
What is...
One is a result of self. The other result of the job. Oh, yeah, we just choose to be this way. Choose happiness.
Courtney, I'm gonna melt into a puddle and fall through the floor.
Somebody else responded. I think Robin gave up on this guy.
I can't do this.
And said, you do realize that depression is one side effect of concussions, and depression is a mental health disorder. Your attempt at trying to separate mental health and the bodily injuries is just not factually accurate. Asshole replied again.
Oh my god, he just keeps going.
I have post-concussion syndrome myself. I've had 7 concussions.
Bruh.
And I know from soccer and football. I've tweeted about it. Depression can be a symptom of concussions, but that's acquired depression.
Acquired depression? Oh,
there's a pedestal now. There's a difference between self-depression and acquired
self-depression.
Self-depression. Okay.
Oh, God.
Different issue. So that's moot.
What?
Don't try to school me on concussions. The same guy replied, are you seriously trying to suggest that depression is genetic? Just stop.
Wait.
I mean, okay, now you're being dumb.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
No.
Okay. Then asshole... Oh, God. Why? I just keep going. OMG, you realize it's a chemical imbalance in the brain?
Wait, this is asshole?
Yeah. Okay. It can be acquired or genetic. Do some homework.
Okay, he's right. There.
No, I don't want to say that. And then he replied to himself and said, Robin... I'm not attacking your courage or commitment to hockey. Rather, the logic behind you saying teams don't have the right to treat it any different than an on-the-job injury. They do. I've never heard your mental health and sobriety is a sports-related injury. If so, then I'm wrong.
It literally doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Completely irrelevant.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Mental health is the same
mental health is
as
mental health.
Physical health.
Yeah.
They are both...
I feel like I just lost brain cells from reading that thread.
I can't even form a full sentence.
So, yeah. People are still treating Robin Lehner rudely. He did have a buffalo avatar as his Twitter picture, so he's probably a little salty. But... yeah, that was a thing.
I have many feelings.
I just feel bad for him that he has to hear all of this, but also good on him for responding to some of it and trying to clear up his message.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's one of the stronger guys in the league for coming out and actually talking about
100%.
this stuff.
100%.
It's not an easy thing to do, especially when you're in the limelight like that.
Exactly. You're already being
thrust in front of cameras for just being an athlete.
Exactly. And when you're struggling with mental health issues,
they want to talk to you more, even though that's probably the worst thing.
It's so backwards.
Yeah.
Good on him.
Yes. People are still dumb. He tried to backpedal a bit. It didn't really work.
No, because his original point was still not accurate or good or valid or logical in any way.
So, when it comes to the question of will you take a discount with the Hawks for taking a chance on you? First of all, no. That is definitely a very bad question that you asked there, sir. And even if you take out the second half of that, would you take a discount to re-sign with the Blackhawks? No.
No.
Nobody would at this point.
No.
Why would you? They haven't shown any reason why you should.
No.
Cool.
No.
You get to play with Patrick Kane.
Cool.
That is a plus. That is the plus.
That's awesome.
Maybe for a goaltender, the positive side is maybe you're the one that backstops them to turning this thing around.
Right.
And if he wants to re-sign with Chicago, that's probably how he feels.
Yeah.
But in no world should he take a discount to do so.
He is under no obligation to do that.
No. He hasn't even been here a full season.
Right. It makes no
it's
sense
January.
On any level. He's played for the Blackhawks since October.
That's it.
It's been, 4 months?
Yeah. Why should he? Why would he? Why would you even ask that? Asinine.
I'm glad we both resorted to that word.
Yes. So, knowing that the Blackhawks suck, so do the Ice Hawks.
They're still pretty bare bones and injured.
They are. I can't really blame them much. They did beat Manitoba 4-1 on Wednesday when we were not at the game. Yeah. Even though it was home. So, of course, they win when we're not there. That was a good one. And then they lost twice to Milwaukee this weekend.
Yeah, they got shut out.
It was 2-0 and then 2-1. So
overtime, right?
It was.
Okay. So they got a point.
They did. It wasn't a terrible weekend because it's not like they were blowout wins.
The shutout was
2-0.
2? That was 3.
No.
Oh, okay.
Unless the website lied to me.
No, you're probably right. I just thought. I don't know.
Yeah. I have 2-0. Either way. It's not like 8-3 or whatever the Toronto game was last night.
No.
So I'll take that against the best team in the conference.
For sure.
When we have so many injuries.
Yes.
We have Hakkarainen, Kurashev, 14, Soderlund, Thompson, and Vadin injured. Josh Winquist was released from his PTO.
He was.
John Quenneville was sent back from the Hawks, and we signed his brother to a PTO. So, we have Peter Quenneville now, and John Quenneville.
Okay.
I'm glad Q's back, because he was doing good before he was called up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure why they sent him back and not Highmore, because I felt like Q was a little more effective up in Chicago than Highmore.
I actually agree.
But I'll take either of them back. I wish we could just have all of our forwards back.
Dylan's still up, right?
Yeah. Dylan, Highmore.
I
think those are the only forwards, yeah. I've given up on the defense because they're not coming back.
No. Gilbert's gone forever.
Yeah.
Boquist is gone forever.
Yeah, because Siebes and DeHaan are out for the whole season. So
yep.
It makes no sense for them to send those two back. And Nathan Knoll was suspended for 2 games, again, for slew footing.
The first one was bullshit.
It was.
I didn't even hear about this first...
I don't think a penalty was called.
Did he even get called for a penalty?
I don't think so.
So how can he be suspended for something that wasn't even called as a penalty?
I don't know. Suspended for 2 games.
Well, yeah, because
Right.
He's got priors now because of the first bullshit call, but...
Yeah, it was in Milwaukee, and I wasn't watching the games on TV this weekend, so I didn't see it. Mm-hmm. So I have no idea. I don't know. So they're still
trying to limp through these weeks without, like, most of their forward lineup. Hopefully they start winning more games. The goaltenders are doing well.
Mm-hmm.
So that's good to see. Colin's doing well.
Yes.
Tommy's doing well.
Yes.
Kevin's sort of sliding a bit. But he started the season so hot. I don't know if it's just, like, regressing back to the mean.
Right, yeah.
But, I don't know. They're all good goaltenders.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not worried about our in-net situation. It's just the rest of the team that I'm worried about. But, once we get our forwards back, we'll be able to better assess what our team is.
Correct.
Because right now it's just like, yeah, they did all this, but everybody's injured.
Mm-hmm.
So
they're just kind of lucky to get what they can right now.
Exactly. So we'll have to see. We have a game tomorrow to go to.
Yes. Who are they playing?
Don't know.
Oh, no, okay.
I just know it's Taco Tuesday.
It is Taco Tuesday.
That's all I know.
They are playing... Oh, Milwaukee again.
Oh, good.
Great.
Good. I'm so excited.
We're due for a win.
Yeah, that. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I hope you are correct. We will see tomorrow.
We'll get those boat boys.
Yep. And tacos.
And tacos. We will get those boat boys with tacos.
Yep. And then we will be back on Monday to record more.
Yes, we
and
will.
hopefully have better news. And no idiots on Twitter, which was asking for way too much, and there will be idiots on Twitter. So,
but hopefully we won't have to talk about any of them.
Exactly. That's the hope.
Every day.
Yep. Until then, let's hope for some wins.
Wins would be great.
They would. Goodbye.
Bye.